Hey G-Fans, GoGFan93 here, and I got another figure review for you today. We are finally going to get to what I consider the best out of the newly released Bandai 2014 figures, the Atomic Roar figure. So yes, finally we are at the Atomic Roar figure, and I know a lot of you guys have been asking for it, or at least have been wondering about it, and of course I'm going to get to it. And for further explanation of how I'm doing my figure reviews is that I will be trying to get to every single one of the figures that I have. So if you guys have a question like, are you going to do that figure? Well, if it's in my collection, I'll try to get to it. So, first of all, here's the box. It's actually a really cool box. It's basically the same style as the other ones. It's just a little bit bigger because this figure is a little bit bigger. So, that's the front. Godzilla, Atomic Roar. Here's the side. It says Atomic Roar again. Here's the back. Showing a little bit of information on him. A little bit, also in a lot of languages, blah, blah, blah. And there's the other side just saying Godzilla. Alright, so now we'll get to the figure. Alright guys, so here we have the Godzilla 2014 Atomic Roar figure from Bandai. This figure is actually really cool. Once again, it is a gimmicky figure, and I'll get to the gimmick stuff later. But in my humble opinion, I believe that this is the best gimmick figure out there. So we will start with talking about the sculpt. I really love the sculpt. It looks really cool. It's the most detailed out of the figures. The spikes are probably the longest out of all the figures. His tail's pretty cool. It's all curled, so it gives it some cool dynamic feel to it. His legs are really good. Very detailed with the scales. As you can see right there, there's his stubby feet, but they look pretty good actually. And the one thing I would say that is a little bit off is his arms with his head. I don't know, his arms are fine. They have really good detail with that too. But for some reason his head looks bigger. It just looks really disproportionate. But like I said, when I get to the gimmicky side, I probably think I know why his head is bigger. So when we get to that. But overall, when it comes to sculpt, I mean, it looks really nice. So here's the front, there's the side, there's the back, and there's the other side. So really awesome looking figure when it comes to sculpt. All right, so scale. So when it comes to scale, I believe this is about 8-inch figure. I'm not sure. I didn't measure it, but I'm gonna get the 6-inch Bandai figure from the 2014 line. So basically, yeah, maybe he's a little bit more than 8. Yeah, he's probably a little bit more than 8 inches, but I don't know. Someone say in the comments what the exact height is, but there's the comparison with that. And I'm also going to compare him to a 25 centimeter X Plus figure. So this is actually how tall he is. So he's actually a little bit taller than King Seesaw right here. And this is the 25 centimeter X Plus figure, so you can get a kind of idea of how big this guy is on your shelf. And then I'm also going to bring out a 30 centimeter X Plus figure. And so Godzilla 1984 right here, he's a little bit bigger than this figure. But the fact that this guy's a 30 centimeter, but one thing though is that this Godzilla is a little bit of a smaller 30 centimeter figure, but just once again to give you guys a good idea of how tall this figure is and how big he's going to be on your shelf. So yes, I would say that this figure has a great shelf presence. It looks really cool on your shelf, and yeah, really good with scale. Alright, so next we talk about paint job, and when it comes to paint job, it's basically the standard 2014 color scheme that these Bandai figures have been going with. Once again, we have this dark charcoal black going throughout his outer skin, and then on the inside, his belly, it's that kind of lighter tan brownish color. His teeth are white, and he has little white, or not white, little yellow dots for eyes on both. So they didn't really get too detailed when it comes to the eyes still. But still, paint job, it looks great. So last thing with the articulation on this figure, he does have articulation. We give articulation in both arms. They go up and down. I don't believe they go 360, but they just go like that. That's all they do. And his tail back here, there's like, I wouldn't even call this articulation, it's just a little bit of movement. So basically, the main articulation is just in his fingers, or in his arms. Now we'll get to the gimmick side of this guy. So here is what this figure is supposed to do. Hold him like here, bend him forward. and he breathes fire. Pretty awesome stuff. Just bend him back, and then you pull his beam right back in, and there you go. So, at first, this figure really threw me off. I did not like the fact that his jaw, that his whole like face just gets like, just goes up like here, and I don't know, extend his jawline or whatever, like a snake or whatever. But it kind of grew on me just because of the fact that the gimmick is actually really cool. So, and also the fact that he kind of does this. I'm gonna have to do that again. I'm gonna talk about him like in this kind of pose here. So it's interesting the way that he's very horizontal now when he breathes his fire. So I'm wondering if in the movie, if this is what he's going to look like while he's breathing his fire. I kind of hope not. I hope he doesn't have to do this every time he breathes his fire, but you know, whatever. Also, when it comes to the beam itself, it looks pretty good. I mean, it's cheap plastic, just blue. It's a little bit squishy, but it's just cheap. It's just, you know, one color with a little bit of design to make it look all wavy like his beam. That's pretty much it. So yeah, but he goes like this far just to breathe this fire. So I hope in the movie he doesn't do it often. Maybe for like one time he can, it'd be cool. But hope he doesn't do that all the time. Okay, so final thoughts on this figure. I love this figure. I think this figure is my favorite out of the 2014 Bandai figures that have been released. I like the gimmick. I like the sculpt. I just like everything about this figure. It looks really cool. I don't know, it's just the coolest gimmick figure that 2014 from Bandai has for us. So, yeah. And also, that pretty much concludes all the first released 2014 Bandai figures that I have for you guys here. So now we just gotta wait for more stuff to come out. NECA will be coming out with their 2 Godzilla 2014 figures. I guess there was also a leaked picture of some egg figures that are going to be coming out with Muto and Godzilla 2014. And SH Monster Arts still has yet to show us any pictures from them. And I don't know about X Plus. I don't know if X Plus is even going to do a 2014 figure. I hope they do. It'd be really awesome. But yeah, so that is it. The Godzilla 2014 Atomic Roar figure. There he is in the box. Yay. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and stay big, G-fans. And well, welcome back to another figure review. In today's review, we are going to be getting to the blah. Well, this is another video review. Blah. No. Welcome back to another figure of... Why do I say welcome back? It's not like any of that. Hey, G-fans. Go G-fans. Damn it. Blah. Okay.